Hey everyone. So I have decided to officially start my podcast titled Wandering and Wondering. In case you want to know the difference, of course, wandering is to ramble without a definite purpose or objective, and wonder is to be curious about something. I'm definitely curious about a lot of things, and I definitely love to wander. So I hope that you'll enjoy this podcast. This is going to be my first episode, and I really wanted to dedicate it to my best friend Courtney. Back in 2020, I had gone to a January 1st yoga class, and it was all about like going to your own funeral and who would be there and what would they say about you. And I was in a really low point in January of 2020. 2020 in general was just a really bad year for me, and I remember telling her about it, and it was so sad because in my head at that time, the only thing that people were saying about me at my funeral were the things that I was lacking in, or the things that I wasn't good at. No one showed up that had anything good to say. And so, just she and I have always leaned on each other. And knowing that, a few days later in my inbox, I got an email that said, sorry, I'm going to read from it because it's so special, but it's a eulogy for my friend Amanda. And I decided to make this my first podcast because it is so special to me, and I look back to this all the time, actually, when I start feeling down about life or anything in general, and knowing that someone cares so much about me. I don't know if Courtney, my friend, knows just how much it means to me, but it definitely has gotten me through a lot of hard times. So I keep it close, and it's nice to hear. So yes, as the title says, my friend wrote my eulogy, and I'm not even dead yet. So here's what I got in the inbox. Says, here's what I would say about you at your funeral, 60 years from now. One can hope, right? But that's kind of old. I stand in awe of my friend Amanda. She didn't have one life. She lived many lives that she somehow crammed into one. Her chapters were entire books in and of themselves, and the story kept you on the edge of your seat, occasionally making you cry, often making you laugh, and always leaving you wondering if you could be as strong as her. If you wanted to do something adventurous, she's who you wanted there. If you wanted to celebrate, she's who you wanted there. If you wanted to make an inappropriate joke, she's who you wanted there. That is true. If you wanted to be vulnerable and share something you couldn't unburden onto another soul, she's who you wanted there. If you wanted to be heard without judgment, she's who you wanted there. If you wanted to know that you were valued, she's who you wanted there. In short, she's always who you wanted there. And it's taken me a long time. I think this is the first time I've ever read that, and it didn't make me cry. Sometimes we have these values we have these beliefs about ourselves, and they don't always match who we are every day and what we're putting out into the world. And so the only thing we can do is try to see what others see in us and hope that we are doing the best we can with that. What my friend did for me was the most amazing gift that I refer back to every day. It makes me feel like I do matter and I am important. And I think we all need to maybe write our own eulogies sometimes, or write someone else a eulogy. I remember feeling so down after that yoga session. It was like a, new beginning of the year. What are we looking forward to, and what are we releasing, right? What do we release from carrying on? And I remember it was a really pivotal time because 2020 was just so hard. And it was nice to have a friend who saw me. No matter what, she saw me. And that's what we all need, right? This podcast, I hope, serves as, fun times for me to tell my stories about life. One day, maybe my kids will watch these. They probably won't right now just because they're not interested in my life, but maybe one day. But I know that my friends will watch, and maybe some of you will gain some insight from some of the things I have to share. What I really hope to be is a positive and fun piece of your day with my podcast. I've got some funny stories to tell from all over the world. I've got some strange things that I wonder about, and I hope to share that as well. But mostly I just want a place to tell some of these stories and give appreciation where it's due, and also have a living legacy that I was here, I mattered, and I gave back as much as possible. And having my friend reflect all of those things has made me the better person now, or the person that I want to be, the person that she sees. It's like, that's who I want to be. And I think that's who I have been, but it was hard for me to see. So even if we can just learn to reflect and be mirrors for others, that's also my hope, by this project of mine. And just sharing adventures and hopefully making some new friends along the way, and letting you know that you matter and your life matters, and we can all grow and learn from each other. And I think that's it for this first one, and I hope to see you guys around.